What are you making?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to show you 2 ways to roast yam on the stove top. I'm going to be using 1 tube of yam to demonstrate it. I'm going to cut the yam into 2 and I'm going to use each part for each method. For the first method, I'm going to cut it into chunks. This will allow them to cook through. For the first method, I'm gonna be using a comal. A comal is a Mexican cookware. It's just flat. They use it to make tortillas. If you don't have a comal, you can use a grill pan, a skillet, or a fry pan. I'm gonna turn on the heat to medium, then place each piece skin side down on the comal. This is gonna help dry up the moisture around the exposed part of the yam so that they don't stick to the pan when you flip them to the other side. I'm also gonna be placing every side of each piece on the pan so that it can cook from all sides. You do not need to babysit them, but do not forget them. Keep an eye on them. You can leave them to stay on each side for about 10 minutes or more. If this is your first time on my channel or you are a returning viewer and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button and on the notification bell so that you can get an alert whenever I post a video. Like and share the video. Thank you and God bless you. Let me also send out a very special shout out to all those that have subscribed. You guys are the best. I love you. Thank you and God bless you. Let me quickly say this. Be careful when you are flipping them because they are very hot. So if you cannot take the heat, use a tongue because you could burn yourself. After cooking them on all sides, they are not yet done. So I'm gonna cover them with a lid to trap the heat so that they can cook through. In case you're wondering, how do I know when the yam is ready? The yam is ready and done when you can insert a fork easily or a knife and it goes through. Or you can press it and when it feels a little bit softer or bouncy, then you know it is done. Like I told you earlier, they can be very hot, so be careful how you handle them. They are finally done. You can check by pressing them or using a fork, or you could use a knife. When they are done, remove them from heat and let them cool down before handling them. Once they cool down, you can peel off the skin. It comes off easily and scrape off the hard burnt part. Looking at the pieces of roasted yam, don't they look like something roasted over charcoal? They look exactly like coal roasted yam. They taste the same. There's no difference. You're not even gonna miss the smoke. So this is the first method of roasting yam on the stove top. In case you are craving for some roasted yam, now you can make it from the comfort of your home on your stove top. When I'm done, I'm gonna cut into it so that you can see what it looks like. As you can see, it is done. Stove top roasted yam. So let me show you the other method. We're gonna be using sand. Pour the sand into a pot and heat it over medium heat. Once the sand is hot, it is gonna retain and maintain the heat as long as the stove is on. Unlike the first method, I'm gonna split the yam into 2 instead of cutting it into smaller pieces. Once the sand is hot enough, I'm gonna place the yam on the sand, skin side down, and cover it so that it will cook in no time. The lid will trap in the heat and moisture, which will help cook the yam. As you can see, it is very steamy. That means it is hot, so be careful how you handle it. Just like the first method, I'm gonna be rotating them at intervals so that only the skin side will be touching the sand. If you place the exposed part of the yam on the sand will stick to the yam. So that's why I'm gonna be using a rack to roast the exposed part. In case you are wondering, I rotated the yam every 10 to 15 minutes. Finally, the yam is done. As you can see, the fork went in easily. So I'm gonna let them cool before peeling them. In as much as I tried to prevent the exposed part from coming in contact with the sand, it still got on it, especially the edges. So in that case, you have to scrape it off. That's why I did not want to place the exposed part on the sand, because the sand will stick to it and you will have to scrape it off or peel it off. Trust me, it is something you would not want to experience. By the way, the sand that I used to roast the yam is very clean. I washed and sterilized it myself. I made a video on how to do it. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. You can check it out later if you are interested. I have been using the sand to cook. I've used it to roast stuff and also for baking. For ages, people have been using sand to cook, but who would have thought that you could use it to roast yam over a stove top? I have shown you two ways to roast yam on a stove top. Which one will you try? Which one is your favorite? So this shows that you can roast your yam without charcoal. So no matter where you live, you can enjoy roasted yam made in the comfort of your kitchen. And for the palm oil or pepper sauce, I have a video on how to make it. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. You can check it out later if you're interested. This is a must try recipe. Give it a try. I promise you, you're gonna enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching. Till I see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.